All right, here we go. MODRI against NICOV. Humans against Mongols. Interesting. MODRI is being omega trolled by this deer. It can't decide where it wants to go as MODRI tries to get up super quick with the humans. And, well, NICOV is going to get out pretty fast with the Mongols as well. Probably not as quickly as MODRI, though, because he's going to angle towards that second TC. And I just wonder... Well, I wonder what Mongols can do against humans, because we've seen humans be very, very strong in these settings, as MODRI is just now bringing in the boar. Will he have enough food to go up? He's going to have to go up on like 21 pop. He won't have enough, boys and girls. He's going to have to stall out his TC. Yeah, it gets a little bit of idle TC time, and he's up probably a villager later than he wanted to be. So that'll slow him down a little bit. NICOV getting in the hunt quite quickly. And we did have to go back to the previous live version. Thank God I have that automatically on my betas list. NICOV needs and can onager cut through the long panhandle that MODRI has on the north side of the base. This one? He's got to cut through there? All right. I would love to see him cut through there and then come up against another series of walls. That would be amazing. MODRI's up, but NICOV's up too. Like, NICOV is only up 2 villagers later than MODRI. Once again, Capture Age faded out at the top here. We're wondering why that is. We don't know. He can't even know that's there. I know. But it would be a pro gamer move. Is this map a Geodude? No, it's not. This map is a Beyblade. Why is NICOV up so early? Because of Mongols, my dude. He can FC off of this. You see his... Look at his resources. Like, he almost has enough food. He's a minute away from feudal. If anything, he went up too late. Fucking Mongols, dude. They can get some ridiculous builds on these 9-ville starts. He's going to go up to Castle Age with 24 villagers. And then try and equal the Cumin Boom with TCs of his own, potentially. He hasn't gone for a barracks, so he's going to go Market Blacksmith. And he's just going to, you know, make some extra TCs in Castle Age. Try and equal the boom. Villagers for the market over here. They're wandering around. They're wandering. They're looking. They're looking. They're looking. They're looking. Bop! There it is. Blacksmith. Bop! And MODRI is going to add that second TC. But by the time this second TC goes up, NICOV will already be up to Castle Age. Still, MODRI will have the villager advantage. And we'll see if he adds a stable and starts adding scouts in Feudal Age. And then eventually goes for, I would suspect, a forward castle into faster Imperial Age and how NICOV will counter that. I think it's not terrible for NICOV to go for a couple TCs and then add some step lancers or something and just prevent that castle from coming forward. If he forces the castle like defensively, I think he's fine. How do I get 9-ville start normal game with AI? You just have to download the map packs. I'm sure this Masters of Arena map pack is on the mod center. So any tournament that has 9 villagers start, the maps are scripted. It's not a setting you can choose. It's literally the custom maps that give you the 9-ville starts. Castle on NICOV Stone would be awful for him. Yep. Yes, it would. But I think NICOV will realize that and will play map control a little bit. Once he gets his TCs rolling, that is. He's 6 villagers behind currently, and he's going to keep falling behind to MODRI as MODRI keeps both of these TCs running. The games are scripted completely. This cast is pre-recorded. I've anticipated every message that everyone is typing here. NICOV's build was so clean. Eco upgrades, perfect timing. Yep. And he'll have enough. I mean, it is a sick build. You can get away with it with the Mongols' faster hunt, right? NICOV's actually going to stone. Is he going to try for a castle of his own? On stone? He'll have to wait till his eco's fully grown. 2 TCs of his own. The strategy is unknown. Who would you rather, Emma Miskew or Rachel Homan? Oh. Probably Emma?
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
Short. It sounded like a poem. I see. I see. Didn't you just resub, Jordan? Are you stacking resubs? You just resubbed the other day, or someone gifted you a sub or something. Like 2 days ago. My man is double sharing. Oh, my headphone cord is wrapped up in my hair. One of these days, they're gonna make a headphone, like headset that doesn't get mixed up in my chair. One of these days. One of these days. There's the market for MODRI. He's got the stable. He's made an extra scout, and he's going to try and push the scouts away from NICOV. Now, MODRI will suspect with that fast uptime from NICOV that NICOV is going for additional TCs. And NICOV is no longer on the stone. He's actually off of the stone, and he's going for a trap. NICOV is setting up the trap. He is trying to set it up. He's going to pull in the scouts. MODRI doesn't fall for it, bro. MODRI does not fall for that. No, sir. And MODRI will now see the TC. He doesn't fall for it at all. NICOV wanted him. He wanted him to come inside. And he did. But MODRI held the door. There's the barracks for NICOV. 42 villagers for him, 52 for MODRI. So by the time MODRI's up to castle age, I think NICOV catches up in villager count. But MODRI's eco, he will have more res collected. And he's already on the stone. And he's got the scouts coming out to help hold map control. Help hold map control. And he'll probably try and put a castle right here, which would be devastating for NICOV. What if NICOV goes Omega Mind and makes like a nice little... What if he like stonewalls out like this? Buys himself a ton more time. I don't know how much it would do, but I'd love to see the attempt. Just like a little nook right here, you know? Up and around, little triangle, little pyramid action. So this is, guys, this is the previous live. This is the old patch. And in the new patch that they released, which looks fantastic, by the way, it's only bug fixes, which is amazing. Go Back to Work has apparently been fixed. Repairing and all that other stuff has been fixed. They had a note about preventing units from sliding backwards. So we won't get the guys off the grid anymore, but since we're on the previous live, we actually might see it today. NICOV is selling stone. Why? To keep his eco running, probably. To get the upgrades. NICOV is going for an outpost. He knows. He knows what's likely coming. Can he stop it, though? Cumin seems so powerful with this build. And so far, against this build, I haven't seen anyone try and go for significant army numbers. They just kind of, like, let it happen. And then they die to it. And then they do the, like, what Pikachu face when they die to it. Oh my god, he made a forward castle going faster imp? Oh my god. I never would have seen it coming, but NICOV, oh wow, MODRI. That is not the fight you want to take. Holy. Now, can he send the villagers forward at all? He's going to have to go for another stable of his own. He's going camels to fight back the scouts, and the scouts are inside. Oh. Scouts are inside. MODRI, where are your quick walls at? They're not home. They're not here. They're not here. Quick walls are not here. They are not present. And that's really good from NICOV to force this castle back here. Great engagement there with the scouts. MODRI saw the scouts coming. He was making camels to deal with them. But NICOV manages to sneak in here, kill the villagers, and force the villagers to build this castle back. So that's fantastic stuff. MODRI can click up. Bop. He doesn't have a second building. Oh, he's going to have to wait for the castle because the monastery was denied. Great opening here for NICOV. 73 villagers against 64. Res is crazy for MODRI. Mongol scouts don't play. Yep, MODRI, you know what? He fucked around and he found out, dude. He found out. And NICOV's going to be like, he's going to be so pleased with this. He still might be in a rough position, as MODRI has more on stone and might be thinking about another forward castle, adding in Kipchaks behind the camels and some monks too. He still might be in a really rough position, NICOV, if a castle comes up here with the imp timing from MODRI. But like, he's bought himself a ton of time. This castle could have gone up right here, and then he would have been toast Malone. He would have been absolutely Elon Crust. He would have been Mr. Yeast. Potentially Vladimir Gluten. Keep going. Uh-oh. Good thing Kipchaks suck. They can't even sit there and deny a castle. He's just gonna pull him back. Mangonels coming out for MODRI. Is it like insta onager? Like what? Mangonels? Huh? Gets Mongols with a castle? You're going Mangonels? Alright. I don't understand this play, but I'm here for it. We'll let him cook. We'll let him cook. Jeff Deadzos? No, we're doing bread puns. We're doing bread puns. Joe Breading. Stephen Rye? Stephen Rye. Steve, I've already got Elon Crust. Yeah. Stephen Rye is great, dude. Will Wheaton? No, but that's not a pun. That's like his actual name. I'm so confused by MODRI's play. Feels like he threw the time window. Well, I mean, NICOV made the scouts, right? He forced them to make the first castle back, and that kind of nukes his strategy. Skirmishers are inside here for NICOV. He's going elite skirm right now. His eco is better. He'll have to abandon the stone on this side. Still taking this stone, is going up to imp, and is adding another stable. 102 villagers for him, 77 for MODRI. So MODRI's eco isn't completely terrible. And NICOV will have to spend a ton of stone repairing this castle, and he can't come out and snipe these strips. So MODRI is still in an okay position. And I love the way that MODRI just controls what NICOV is doing, right? If we look at his line of sight, he knows NICOV isn't out here. He's got an outpost going up over here. So unless NICOV snuck to like these edges, he knows that he's completely trapped on this side. And NICOV gets to Castle Age, goes for Trebs, but he's sinking all of his stone into repairing this castle. He needed to make the forward castle here to prevent the castle from MODRI coming up in this location, but he's paid for it. He's paid for that decision. Because now he just doesn't have enough stone. He'll need to buy it to get another one. And without a castle with Mongols, you can't make bombard cannons. You can't push this back. He's dead. Oh, not the greatest shot to be taking. So I guess MODRI added the Mangonels because he knew the skirmisher transition was coming from NICOV. I mean, that's just 5 head. Toast Malone. Skirmishers are dead. These skirms are gonna die too. Oh baby, MODRI putting all sorts of pressure on NICOV, and NICOV is going for another castle back here. He's forced off of all of these farms, so now his eco doesn't look too good at all. We've got villagers, you know, clumping up over here. MODRI controlling this secondary gold. The only thing he's not controlling in this is his stone, which he probably should be. Peter Pan. Onager! Onager, man! Welcome in, everyone. This is going to be a great set today, by the way. MODRI is the arena clown. NICOV is probably a better player overall. But MODRI, I mean, he's a 2K7 player as well. And he certainly knows arena, and you can tell it from this build here. I mean, like, his first castle got forced back, which wasn't ideal for him. But he's made it work so well. And this just shows, like, how powerful this 2TC play with humans can be. And it's funny, too, because I know... That's teamwork right there. That is teamwork. I know that NICOV hates playing against the humans. He hates it. He's a great human player himself, but he has always despised playing against the Civ because it's such a difficult Civ to match up against. You never know if they're going 2TC, if they're going military. Great attack round there from MODRI. He's also going to find this stuff coming out here. Repairing his trebs. He's got onagers behind. He's killing the trebs from NICOV. NICOV has 124 villagers, but for what? For a hussar. And he calls the GG, and it just felt like John Wick moment, you know? You will do nothing because you can do nothing. Dude, humans are just... If you execute this well... Feels like such a strong Civ, right? And the problem is that all the players matching up against humans are trying to get to Castle Age. We've seen it multiple times now. They're trying to get to Castle Age as fast as they can. They're trying to add as many town centers as they can to try and recruit the villager difference that the humans are inevitably going to have because of this 2TC play. But that means that they're not making military, and they're not controlling the center of the map. And then the humans can just go up to Imp. Even if you forward castle drop the humans, they probably make their castle a little bit further back. They go up to Imp faster than you because they have a better eco, and your eco sucks. And then they trap your castle down, and then you're dead. It's just kind of like, what on earth do you do against this? Feels like you have to go crazy all in. I don't even know. With the stone walls at 1800 HP, I don't even know if you can go crazy all in time. I don't know. Humans win rate is 100% so far of the games I've watched, yeah. The eco for NICOV ended up being better, but like MODRI's eco just all went towards his military. Maybe you just have to have a good enough Civ, I guess. MODRI wins the first game. I'm honestly surprised he didn't draft humans first. NICOV didn't ban it, but I guess NICOV was more scared of the Burmese. I would be less scared of the Burmese than the humans. Why ban Burmese instead of humans? Because MODRI is a clown. Oh, what a matchup. Oh, Vikings versus Goths. Vikings versus Goths coming right up. MODRI's got the Vikings. NICOV has the Goths. I don't know if this is a great matchup for Goths. I really don't. Show me some infantry, baby. I feel like we might just get like... I don't... It's MODRI, dude. We could see monks onagers from Vikings. Vikings get block printing. That's enough for MODRI. That's enough. You never know with this guy. Is it running or my screen frozen again? I haven't dropped any frames. It should be okay. I don't have the game up right now. I just got the draft up. We're still in spec delay. He needs block printing and redemption, and he is fine. Well, Vikings don't get redemption, but they do get block printing. And they do get sanctity as well for their monks. And I think they get illumination and atonement, I think. By the way, I updated some of my video settings. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I think my game is crisper now. I think it's a little bit higher quality. I don't know, maybe some TV watchers can tell us.
Love your stream, Dave. Keep up the great work.
He will boom against Goths? Probably, yeah. I think Vikings will have a stronger early imp is for sure. And I think Vikings have just a lot of options against Goths. Very crisp on my fridge. Okay, cool. Okay, so MODRI with the Vikings. And this is another civ similar to the Cumans where your eco is just going to be worse, right? Like wheelbarrow and handcart are incredibly powerful upgrades. Vikings lost a little bit of their punch when they lost thumb ring. But their arbalists now get +1 attack, which is actually probably decent against Goths. Does it give them an extra attack against Huskarls? What's the armor on a Huskarl? I think it would, right? What is the armor on a Huskarl? Probably give them +1 attack against it? Someone do the math. Someone do the math. Fully upgraded. We'll do non-elite and then elite. We need math. Are there any math people in here? Where's math debate? Elite Huskar would still take 1 damage. Would it? Two plus 2 equals 5. Okay, chemical. Thank you. What about non-elite Huskarl? Because usually you delay the elite upgrade. It's one of the worst. It's not the worst, but it's one of the worst elite upgrades in the game. Non-elite is 6 plus 2. So it would definitely help against non-elite. What is the worst? The worst elite upgrade in the game. Ooh, I love questions like this. It might be one of the infantry upgrades now that the infantry attacks have been buffed. Don't think so, though. It might be War Wagon, maybe? Turtle ships? Elite Kipchak? I think Kipchak is actually a decent elite upgrade. War Elephant is so expensive and never used. Elite War Elephant is the best unit upgrade in the game. If we're looking at pure stats. That shit goes fucking hard, bro. It gives like 120 HP or something. And it gives sick amounts of armor. And it gives like 5+ attack. Like, you should always save for the Elite War Elephant upgrade before getting the blacksmith upgrades for that shit. Woads? Maybe new Woads. But no, Elite Woad Raider gets the HP upgrade. I think it gets an armor upgrade as well. I think it's pretty good. Elite Genitor? I don't even know the stats on that. Elite Arumi. No, Arumi's nasty, dude. Arumi, you just need to find a good place to fight, but it's so rare to find it. Rathans? I don't know. I think this is like, this is all situational, obviously, with most things in Age of Empires. But I like the thought process here, right? Bulgarian's Conic upgrade costs 1,000 food, 750 gold. Just gets a +2 attack, no armor, no HP. Oh god. Oh god. Does the dismounted unit get some stuff too, though. You got to factor that in. Got to be Hussite wagon. I don't even know the stats on that. What's the war wagon? Does war wagon go from like 8 attack to 9 attack? Or it doesn't get even an attack upgrade for the elite, right? It just gets like some HP and maybe a bit of armor. I don't even know. I feel like war wagon is just like one of those ones where a lot of times you don't need elite. Locust, thank you for the 4 months, dude. Welcome. Jimbo, thank you for the 6 as well. Welcome back. Elite TK? No, Elite Teutonic Knight is a must. That is a must-have upgrade. Now, base Teutonic Knight has been upgraded over time. Has been buffed a little bit. So it's not as necessary as it used to be. Like, old base Teutonic Knight had 12 attack, and then it would go up to 17, which was just fucking ridiculous, right? And now I think it's like 14 and it goes up to 17, but still, +3 attack is a big upgrade. And we're getting, what, 30, 25 HP additional, and I think we get some Pierce armor on the Teutonic Knight. Elite Conks gives you 5 extra HP. It also gives you 2 extra attack, though. Which on a slow attacking unit like that, that's just focused on pumping out damage, is actually quite nice. Arena doesn't suit NICOV. I mean, NICOV has... I mean, he's done quite well on arena maps. I don't know if it wouldn't suit him. Elite War Wagon gets an extra range. I always forget about the extra range. Extra range is actually makes it worthwhile. Range is so important. All right, so spearmen are being created here from NICOV, and we can finally get into the game here. So he's going to go spearmen monks to grab those relics, and we don't see any military buildings here from MODRI, so he's just going to boom. My man is simply going to boom, and MODRI already has wheelbarrow. NICOV does not, and MODRI will get handcart shortly. What about the stupid Dravidian boat? It doesn't have an elite upgrade, unfortunately. Scouts, well, looks like NICOV lost his scout, which could be, actually, that's very important here. Didn't even notice that. We were busy talking about elites. We have spearmen here from NICOV, but this scout, if it's healed up by MODRI, can go around sniping those monks and just avoid the spearmen. So, very, very nice stuff. And the spearmen, well, they're just going to be attacked by wolves. Pog. Base conk attack is so high, +2 of elite seems not worth it. I don't know. Barracks for MODRI, monastery for MODRI. And he hasn't added the TC, so he's going barracks monastery with all his wood. Okay. Elite Tarkin is good? Yes. Elite Tarkin is a massive upgrade over regular Tarkin. Which unique unit is worthless if not elite? Which one is the most worthless if not elite? Mameluke. You need the elite upgrade. Karambits. No, Karambits can have their place. I mean, elite Karambit is not good, right? But non-elite Karambit is equally not good. Mangudai. Mangudai can do some damage, though. Samurai? No, Samurai have been buffed, so they're actually okay non-elite now. They used to be dog. And Berserks used to be awful non-elite units. Holy, were Berserks ever bad non-elite. Oh my god. Berserks were terrible. At least Woads were fast. But Berserks and Woads have been buffed, right? So there's 3 TCs here from MODRI. Or from NICOV, sorry. He starts adding his farms, and he's added in monks, and he's going to come out here and try and snag these relics. But like I said, MODRI has this scout alive, so NICOV's going to have to stay at home, whereas MODRI can just send the monks out one at a time. And the spearmen are going to take forever to kill these. Look at MODRI's going to grab this. He's going to grab this. If he sees it. He does. And he's probably going to grab this one too. So MODRI's just going to get 3 relics for free because NICOV took that fight with a scout. Should scout resistance be proportional to HP? No, dude. You want 1 HP scouts to be converted right away? Please, suggest that in NICOV's chat the next time he's streaming. Please go suggest that in NICOV's chat. NICOV is charging up against the spearman, and he does get it. Loses a monk, but MODRI loses the scout, so that's probably worth it there for NICOV. As MODRI converts the spearman, and he's going to be heading out here for this relic. He can heal up this monk from behind, and he converts another spearman, I believe. So MODRI gets 3 relics for free with Vikings. 3rd TC is on the way. Handcart is already in. Wheelbarrow isn't even in for NICOV. And MODRI is 8 villagers behind. But I think, yeah, his eco is ahead. Would it not be cool if the longboat could destroy itself on the coast to create a barracks to simulate a Viking raid? No. Imagine quick walling your units in with a barracks made by a deleted longboat. Just imagine that for a second. We appreciate MODRI's 2nd TC location. Ooh, it's cozy, isn't it? Oh, it's cozy, dude. This is wallpaper worthy right here. And he's going for a 4th one, too, on the stone. Wow. Okay. No atonement from either player. Stable being added. Both guys on stone a little bit. Farms are being placed. We got 32 farms here from NICOV. The farm count is not there yet for MODRI, but he does have handcarts, so you can see he's got 11 vills queued, and he still has food in the bank. Like, Viking eco is just sick. Does MODRI see the stable? Maybe with the monk? I don't think he does. He's just missing it. He could see it if he clicked this guy closer. Does he really care about that, though? Like, he's already grabbed all the relics. Guess NICOV just wants this for some map control. He doesn't want MODRI to be able to drop a forward castle on his ass, and MODRI's going to see it now. NICOV, delete! There we go. Wheelbarrow comes in for NICOV. 13 villagers in the queue for MODRI. And this is another dead monk. It's just simply a dead monk. Yep. Oh, NICOV's gonna be pissed at that. Do you see that animation came out, but the attack didn't come out? Oh, NICOV's gonna be steaming because of that. He is gonna be steaming. I can see the steam coming out of his ears. What? He clicked away too quickly. Happens all the time. Gotta wait for it to register, you know? The sound comes out, the animation comes out, but the attack doesn't. That's just smoke from the wildfires. It finally rained last night, guys. It rained here for the first time in like 3 weeks. So that won't put out the fires, but it's supposed to rain in the next few days as well. It won't put it out, but it will slow them spreading, and it knocks the smoke down a little bit out of the sky. MODRI needs to queue some vills. My man had tons of vills queued. And now, well, 30, 40 seconds of idle TC time. NICOV's on the way up to Imp, but MODRI is kind of holding map control right now. He's going for a Siege Workshop. NICOV has already, and MODRI will be clicking up shortly. He's a little bit slow, though. Maybe unqueue the vills and go up. He still doesn't have a second building. Oh, no. Oh, and he's all in on this, too, as his second building. He will get it up in time. Could have been a disaster if that didn't complete. And MODRI is now on the way to Imperial Age after this villager bop. There we go. MODRI will be sending villagers out this way for a castle here to secure the stone and the gold. And he will be trying to take out this Mangonel and NICOV! Oh, he's steaming. He's steaming. He is percolating right now. Absolutely percolating. Couldn't get the spears in front of that mangonel. It goes down to nothing but spearmen for MODRI. And now NICOV needs to retreat a little bit and go for a castle over on this side. 38 seconds of idle time for 4 TC at 23 minutes is crazy. 38 seconds of idle time, 4 TC, 23 minutes. I calculate. That is kind of nuts, though. You're not wrong. He's done the math. Perky what? Percolating. You know, percolating. You know when you have those little, there's like the little coffee, like, carafes or whatever. The little coffee things, and they have like the glass window thing at the top. You know, you put them on like a stove, and then you can tell that the water is ready because you can see it like bubbling up to the little glass thing at the top. That's percolating. Insta convert on scout. I think he was charging up against something else, but I could be wrong. It was a fast conversion. Percolators make nasty coffee. Bro, you're only... Yeah, I know. I'm not using a percolator at home. I'm using it when I'm, like, fishing or camping or something. And then you really don't care how nasty the coffee is. You just kind of want coffee. You know? Treb already coming out from NICOV. He's going to try and deal with this, this siege workshop. Percolate these nuts. Nice. And it's hand cannons. It's full gunpowder from the Goths. The Goths were very prominent centuries before the Vikings really made their presence known to most of Europe. But the Goths have a proud heritage of gunpowder armies. That's how they beat the Romans. That's right. Goths gunned down the Romans. What's up, Linky Link? You got that good stuff? Vikings isn't even a civ. You're not even a civ, dude. How dare you? Wow, shots fired. Oh my god. Kinky Kana coming in hot. You're not even a civ. So it'll be bombard cannons, hand cannons. And because Vikings don't get redemption, MODRI is going to have some issues against bombard cannons, right? What are his solutions here? He's going elite berserk, and they're both building up. And he's going to try and take out this stuff. But how does he take out the hand cannons if he's tossing in berserks? And how does he take out the bombard cannons? Goths have the versatility to deal with the Vikings with these gunpowder units, and it looks like it's going to be either siege rams or onagers. Nice split there from NICOV. Beautiful stuff, and the infantry runs in, and the infantry will die. And MODRI is just... Well, he's queuing up berserks. Viking light cav? Maybe. It's going to be onager to deal with the bombard cannons. Okay. More archer ranges coming from NICOV. The eco behind is looking pretty good. And the Goths are not making infantry. The Goths are a 16th, 17th century army here. Okay? Maybe 18th century army. Hand cannons. Bombard cannons. Uh-oh, though. The bombard cannons kind of in front of the hand cannons. And the charge of the berserks... They are a strong unit. They're going to take out one bombard cannon, and if they ever get close to the hand cannon, they can do a lot of damage, but is it worth to throw away 20 berserks for one bombard cannon and a trip? I don't know. I don't know. And MODRI has now just started queuing up mangonels. Bad fight for MODRI. What was the first clue? Was it all of the berserks dying? Or is it something else? Bombard cannon, man. What's he gonna do against it? Like, against a guy like NICOV with good micro too. Now NICOV has 42 hand cannons. Dude, this is looking like Starship Troopers here. The only good bug is a dead bug. I'm doing my part. Holy, look at the berserk bodies. That is a lot of capes. That is a ton of capes. Oh my god. 43 hand cannons. Pure gothic menace here. NICOV. Dude, NICOV is gothing so hard right now. He's gonna go to the mall later and hang out outside Hot Topic. Vikings do have onager? Yeah, but, like, that's what he's doing, right? But, like, you don't do anything with onager because they just die to the bombard cannons. What MODRI is going to have to hope for is, number one, for onager to actually come in on time and to save these two. And to have NICOV so distracted with the giant wave of berserks, which he has 50 of them, that he doesn't have time to snipe these onagers. And somehow these onagers are going to get a great shot against these bombard cannons. Onager is almost in now. He's coming, dude. It's this fight or nothing. Oh my god, we need some Ride of the Valkyries or something here. Here come the berserks. Oh boy. They will take out the Trebs. They will take out the siege one by one. And they will retreat after losing 20 of their comrades. Longsword is coming in. It's a champion switch from NICOV, and if he still has these 51 hand cannons behind and champions in front with bomber cannons sniping the onagers, I don't know how these onagers aren't taking damage. There we go. He can do it. He can definitely do it. NICOV is loving his life right now. Dude, he's gonna have like 8 bombard cannons. Oh my Lanta. Where are the skirms behind? Oh, you don't want skirms here. If you're the Vikings, you want all your population put into good units. He only has so much population to spend, right? Skirms aren't really going to do anything here. Sneak cut hit his eco. That'd be an extended sneak cut. That would be the director's cut right there. Holy, oh my god. I mean, berserks will kill these hand cannons quite quickly once they close the distance, but can they close the distance is the question. Another castle goes down. More berserks in the queue. MODRI has tons of res, and he's pushing forward with these onagers, and he's like, if only. All it takes is one big shot. Why not Arbs from MODRI? I think he's too invested now. I think Arbs probably would do better here, though. They would definitely struggle against these bomber cannons still. And NICOV can mix in some Huskarls, but I think you need something to just run in and snipe this stuff, right? Because right now, you dying. All right, MODRI. Let him cook, guys. Just let him cook. Jesus. Oh my god. NICOV's toying with his food. Oh my Lanta. How many kills these hand cannons have? 107? Look at this KD. 142 to 46. Oh, Jesus. Onagers is a throw against those bomber cannons. What do you do with Vikings against this? It's a perfect composition from NICOV. Against the man with NICOV's micro, what do you do? Arbs, like I said, NICOV can... He's already got the text. Like, Arbs is good for one fight. Until Huskarls come out. And MODRI already committed onto the berserks. Oh! I got a little bit of damage. Cavalier, also good for one fight. And still dies to these in a choke point. I think NICOV just countered him perfectly with the bomber cannons. This clearly isn't working. I agree with you guys. I'm not saying it's working. It's clearly not. It's a failure. But I don't know what your other options are if you're not taking amazing fights early and putting the pressure on early as the Vikings. NICOV's micro with these bomber cannons is simply too good. Longboats, clearly. Maybe. And I think MODRI, like, for this composition, MODRI's doing the right things. Like, he's just trying to build up, and he know... Oh, my God, Siege Engineers wasn't in before? Oh, Jesus. Oh, that was a big shot, too. He's trying to build up, and he knows if he wins a fight, he needs to capitalize on it right away. Oh, my God. That's what I'm talking about. One of these days, NICOV is just going to get absolutely nuked by MODRI, and Siege Engineer is already making the difference here. Giving these a little bit of extra room, and he takes out a bunch of bomber cannons, but his eco is completely toasted now. Like, there's no res in the bank. He does have 24 berserks in the queue, which is good. And he does have one more relic than NICOV, which is good. I can't believe he didn't have Siege Engineers before. Replay for the ad watchers. Oh, you want to watch the ad again? I can do that. This game has been brought to you by Febreze. Make your play clean. And make your bombard cannon smell nice like NICOV. Febreze. For sweaty gamers. For sweaty gamers. And then it pans to NICOV. He's like, I've been a sweaty gamer my whole life. I could never... Oh, jeez. Is this an AI? Holy forward castle from NICOV. He's attacking the walls, too. Fortified walls. That's right. NICOV is just like, screw it. I'm not attacking over here anymore. MODRI's building up trebs. This is a panic lumber camp here from NICOV. He's going to cut through. He does have Onager himself. Probably doesn't want to waste on the upgrade. Because even if he cuts through here, there will be berserks waiting. And MODRI, well, he starts working away on these castles while NICOV's not here. There's another castle behind here from MODRI. Goes for hoardings. He goes for masonry. And... champions are coming in, but this means that MODRI can push over here. And, oh, dude, send the berserks. Oh, make this game crazy, MODRI. Make it crazy, my dude. Send them in. Look at the lumber camps! Holy, big shots here from MODRI. NICOV's trying to snipe those down. More Onager shots. The berserks will come in and clear up the champions. The hand cannons are still sitting back here. Trebs are working well in the castles. Trebs are pushing up this way. NICOV got a little bit impatient there. It feels like he could have just kept pushing here. Taking out the castles one by one. But now... he's kind of lost a lot of his army, and he's losing some of his castles. But he should still be fine. Oh my God, NICOV. You're playing with fire. But he's going to snipe down the Onagers, and he might get the Trebs too. He's only focusing the Trebs, not the Onagers. Oh my goodness. He's not even going to kill this Treb. Oh my goodness, NICOV. And now these are all stacked up here. You better hope that he's paying attention. Because if an Onager comes out here, oh baby. NICOV is running out of stone. MODRI still has 77 berserks on the field. Oh my god. MODRI can win this. MODRI can win this. Snipe the relics. Yeah, the relics are here. He's controlling the relics for sure. The onagers are coming in. We need to delete walls. Nice snipe there from NICOV with these bomb break cannons. Paying attention to the right things. And NICOV, yeah, okay. NICOV should be settled down now. The Trebs are working away on all this stuff. MODRI, we saw a window where he could maybe come back, but NICOV is doing a good job sniping the siege. MODRI is now down to 17 berserks. He was up at 77 and he calls the GG. Great game, though. NICOV playing that really well. Goth gunpowder, dude. The GG. The Goth gunpowder. That's sick. That was a really nice play from both. Really, really good. Imagine if MODRI had just sent the berserks in here. Holy, if he just wandered through casually, extremely casually. It probably would have just given NICOV more pop space. He probably just would have overwhelmed, but it would have opened that game up. MODRI still probably loses if he does that, but it would have definitely opened that game up. Eco is better for MODRI. KD, though, not looking good. Fun game. That's not historically accurate. Goths never had gunpowder. Did you watch the game? I don't think you watched the game. I clearly saw Gothic handies there, yep. There were more Gothic handies there than behind the school. Bruh. Locust, thank you for the 4 months. I wish I had some Gothic handies to give. Wait, you're not a you weren't a goth, Spud? What are you doing in your free time? This. Disappointed? Are you goth, Frankie? Dude, when I was in high school, goths were goths. Goths nowadays, I don't know if they're actually goths. Like, the goths at my school were terrifying. Sick Eminem song. It's not even Eminem, dude. It's NF. We have a couple of redeems. Oh, ominous, making me do work. Peepo Finger. All right. Don't we already have this one, I think? Selpnir with Eat Bread. Okay. Anyone eating bread? Any bread eaters out there? MODRI is the #1 fast castler at 90% of games among top players. And if you're thinking, oh my god, he fast castles so much on Arabia, he doesn't play Arabia. Apparently Slutton died. Yeah, I saw that. That's very sad. I saw Viper tweeted about that. I still remember Slutton. Very, very sad news. Isn't MODRI top 5 ladder right now? He is. Okay, so we have NICOV playing as Vietnamese and MODRI playing as the Incas. Historical matchup here. Little known fact, the Vietnamese did traverse the, I guess it would be the Pacific to get all the way to South America. Who's Sletten? He was another Norwegian player. He used to be on the Norway Nations Cup team. And he was an old school player. I think he kind of, if I remember correctly, I think he kind of trained Viper a little bit. But Viper tweeted the other day that he had found out that Sletten passed away. Yes, I did see that video of the dude getting eaten by a shark. Wobbly biscuit. Oh my god, man. Nobody link that here, please. We don't want TOS stuff. You can find it on your own. Oh my god. I don't know why I watched that. I was like scrolling through Twitter and I saw it. That sounds awful. Yep. Reminds me of the USS the story of the USS Indianapolis. I was thinking of that when I was watching that. Elon Musk's Twitter is a minefield of random gore now. It was around well before he took over Twitter, dude. That's all. That shit's always been there, my dude. Maybe you're getting it suggested to you more now, but I can assure you that has always been there. Gore and porn have always been all over Twitter. Yeah, I listened to that one, Wobbly. Wasn't one of my favorites of his, but the story itself is crazy. Yeah, noob nothing. I don't go out of my way to watch that kind of stuff. I just, like, all of the worst gore videos and stuff that I can remember have just been me, like, browsing somewhere and then I come across it. Or, like, back in the Voobly days, you know, we would just hang out in lobbies waiting for games and people would post links and stuff. It's just, I don't know. And I can remember all of them. Okay, so Vietnamese against Incas. Vietnamese have light cav, Incas do not. And light cav are significantly better at sniping monks than Eagles are. So we'll see if NICOV decides to play into that. I think MODRI is probably just going to FC and add a barracks and a monastery. Are Incas good at arena? I think they're good, yeah. They're probably on the same level as Vietnamese. They have a good monk tech tree, right? They have cheaper castles. They have cheaper food units. Eagles are generally considered decent because you don't need to make a stable for them. You don't need to really get any upgrades. You can stick with the Eagle Scouts and you can start making them in feudal age. So pretty good for contesting. Map looks like Geodude. Not really. No, there are better Geodude maps. Vietnamese elephants criminally underused. I don't think criminally, but maybe underused. Maybe. Man, I am so tired of every map looking like a Geodude. It doesn't. Are falafels a salad or a ravioli? They're a sandwich. Here it comes. Dave, can you look away from MODRI Farms? What, you don't like these? He's saving the straggler tree. It's important to save these. We can look at NICOV's farms. I don't know why, if he's going to go for farms, he just doesn't set them up like maybe one over here, one here, Or like one over here, like here and here. I guess the straggler trees are all over the place, but he could set it up like here. It's important to save these trees, though. Market. Blacksmith. Setting up the walls, kind of. If we look at his golds and stones here, he's got a secondary gold at the back, which is nice. Front gold, it's a little bit close to the wall, and the front stone is inconvenient for him as well. But the same could be said for NICOV. And NICOV has a back gold and back secondary, so that's fine. What are the gold spelling here? That's probably the most important. We have RTP, return to player. NICOV's playing some slots here. On this side, we have RZ Fat L. RZ Fat L. Or ZRTP. Fat L sounds like an American rapper. I just dropped my new album. It was a Fat L. Double barracks from MODRI. Okay. So we'll probably see forward monasteries then if he's going double barracks. He'll start with some spearmen. They do produce faster than eagles in feudal age. We'll see if he starts adding in the eagles here. I wouldn't be surprised to see monasteries forward. Wouldn't be surprised at all. It's a very MODRI type of thing. He has spent a lot of wood on that second barracks, though, and he's queuing up some... He's going for some more farms, so... Maybe not. Maybe he just makes the first one at home, and he's going for eagle scouts now. He's built them far enough back that NICOV won't be able to see with his scout. Even if he comes along here, he will not be able to see these barracks, so good hidden techniques there from MODRI. NICOV will expect one barracks. I don't think he's going to expect two. Both these civs don't have atonement as far as I remember. Really? Do Incas not have atonement? Okay, he'll see 2 eagles and 2 spears. And there's the monastery for MODRI, so it's not going to be forward. I wonder if NICOV puts, like, if he does the math and he says, 1 barracks at the timing, you probably made it, wouldn't be enough to produce this much. You probably have 2. I don't know if you're doing that math in game. I don't know if you're labbing that out. Or scouts coming from NICOV. Now, he's just going to have to run around with these light cav and try and snipe these monks. Because taking fights against this, even with light cav, is a bit of a tall task. No atonement and no fervor. Everything else they have. Okay? Okay. Oh, saves the eagle, and he's going to bring this back, and he's going to heal this bad boy up. This eagle patrolling around this side. MODRI looking for all the relics, and he'll notice that this one just disappeared. So NICOV will get one of those relics in, and MODRI, he doesn't really have the food to keep the TC running and to keep both of these barracks going at all times. Even with Incas. This guy's like trying to hide? He's like crouching? Who are you looking for? No, who? Jay. Okay. Second town center. From NICOV. Oh. Oh. Doesn't get the light cav. Monk's pushing away the light cav on this side. Still 1 relic in for NICOV, and ooh, this monk died. Wonder what his name was. Jay. Okay. NICOV's trying to use the speed of these light cav well, but he's taking quite a bit of damage. He needs to pull them back and heal up, but he also needs to grab the relics at the same time. So it's a difficult. It's like, do you want your monks at home healing? Do you want your monks out and about grabbing the relics. NICOV tries to take the fight here. 2 more eagles coming along, though, so he can't. MODRI's doing a really good job saving these weak eagles. He's going to push these guys away, pushes this guy away, and he's protecting his monks, so he will definitely get this relic in. There's the first relic for MODRI. The second one's on the way shortly. And more eagles are on this side. These light cav are pretty weak, but I think they can still take this engagement against the eagles, especially with a monk here to help them out. MODRI takes out 1 light cav. This eagle is going to get converted. And the monk does die. But the eagle army over here is gone. And now there's an eagle in NICOV's hands. As NICOV just... He stopped. He's running away. He's playing with his food. Yo, Tatars, thank you for the 13 months, dude. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate that. And it's 3 monks now. Do they have Sanctity? Do they have Sanctity? They do have Sanctity. So it's going to take 3 hits to kill these bad boys from the light cav, and NICOV's not for it. He's not interested. He's going to try and get this relic to prevent MODRI from having 4. But I don't know if he can do it. MODRI still has these targeted from before, by the way. So they're going to convert very, very quickly. Not quickly enough, apparently. Oh my god. Oh my god. Convert something. They got 1, but he lost 3 monks in the process. Oh boy. And MODRI will now go for a siege workshop. Still 1 TC gaming. He has a lot of military, though, and full map control. Now NICOV is making the switch into long swordsman. His swords are so long that they can snipe eagles out of the sky. How long are they? So long. I wonder who has the longest sword. Jay. 4 duvets. 9 months. We just had a kid. It's yours, not mine. Thank you very much. MODRI's about to click up to imp. Oh my Lanta. 1 minute and 30 seconds of idle TC time. Did he really use the market? He used it a little bit. Not an overwhelming amount. And he's up to imp. 1 TC with 17 military. This is a sick build. And he's got a castle? Bro. Holy. This stream has been brought to you by Febreze. For these clean builds. Nice smelling builds. For sweaty gamers. And the light cav gets converted as well. And MODRI's on the way up. And NICOV's just going long swords. He's going to try and push this back though. NICOV is going for a counter tower. Against the castle. He has long swords here. There's a lot of eagles, but the monk can't convert, and the light cav even comes in to snipe this. This could be denied. This could be denied. We haven't said that rarely ever with a tower against a castle, but it could be denied. All we need is more long swords coming forward, and the villagers have been chased away. The villagers are trying to engage against this light cav. The monk is still here, and the castle has been denied for the time being. More monasteries being added from MODRI. Oh, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Heal the villager. Even if it's being attacked by the tower, just heal it up behind. 1 longsword converted. Another longsword converted. More villagers coming forward. Eagles still here. More monks. And it just feels like a matter of time before MODRI gets this castle up. But NICOV is now adding in archer ranges. MODRI needs the +2 armor for his vills. That would help, wouldn't it? Nice attack round there with the Mangonel. Imperial Age is coming in, and NICOV has already stalled off MODRI's timing. 41 villagers against 76. MODRI really needs that castle up. Really needs that castle up. But he's getting block printing and he's starting to mass monks. And it feels like he will get the castle. Also, there's a relic over here. Should be mentioned. NICOV just adding more longswords, more light cav. He's trying to make MODRI pay. for this castle. Block printing's in. Oh, it's in soon. It's not in yet. It's in soon. And here come the Vils. Wall, here, gate, something, do something. Didn't work. Okay. Dude, this is like the biggest struggle for a castle without losing a villager, by the way. I think he lost one Vil trying to place this, but it's been such a struggle. Okay, one light cav converted. The monks are dying, though. The villagers are trying to place the castle. It's at 95%. It's going to go up. It's up. The castle's up. Fletching coming in for NICOV. Maybe a little bit too late. And NICOV is suddenly in trouble. He's got 33 on food, but he's only got 100 food in the bank. And Trebs are going to be here from MODRI. He's already got block printing. Oh, boy. We need this relic as well, MODRI. That'd be very useful. Why isn't he walling the Vils? Well, there's a tower there anyway. So, like, I don't know. I think you always had to build army there until you could just get the castle down naturally. That Vil count, though? Yeah. But NICOV is now off of stone. He's going to buy enough for a castle back here. Safe. And he still hasn't clicked up to imp. And it's like you're looking at his castle age units. They can't push this castle back. They can't even really fight this army once all the monks are here. They can't do anything against the Trebs either. So even though NICOV has 90 villagers against 46, it feels like MODRI definitely has the advantage here. Definitely. The fuck did he buy a castle for if he isn't imping? I don't know why he's still adding light cav. I do not know. We need to stall villager production, stall light cav in order to get up, but he's adding... I guess he's adding light cav just to come in and snipe the monks because he thinks the monks are the threat here. And to snipe the siege maybe, but there's still long swords, there's still eagles. Plus 2 armor coming in. MODRI will have enough stone for a castle in the next couple minutes. Another follow-up castle. And he's picked up the relic over here, and he's going for more outposts, and he's just killing everything. Like, NICOV can't even click up to imp now, because his TCs are just going to get trebbed down. Loom! Loom TC denied! Oh, shit. I wonder if he realizes. He's getting wheelbarrow now. Loom is denied. Kameok's coming out. This is so over. Oh my god, this is so over. It's all ogre now. And there we go. NICOV gives up. That was a good castle denial here from NICOV for a while, but it feels like he needed to take the time to go up to imp. I think, like, adding in military while the castle was still trying to be placed is fine, but continuing to add military after it's up, I think you need to try and go up to imp. It's still a very rough position to be in. MODRI played that so well. MODRI's dangerous, dude. He's dangerous. And the eco wasn't even that far ahead for NICOV. It's only 4,000 extra res collected. NICOV needed to build walls around that castle. I don't even think you can get Vils out there without them all dying. And then, like, MODRI, I don't think you finish the walls, and then MODRI's Vils just come along and batter them down. I don't know. Scoreboard? I know, dude. Come on. Loss for Vietnamese, win for Incas. It's 2-1. I meant the CA scoreboard. Oh, did I mark down NICOV winning? Okay. Cool. I thought you were talking about this scoreboard. I see. Sorry. Ba, 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 ba. I forgive you, Dave. I wasn't apologizing to you. Okay. So, NICOV, well, this is the winner's match of the group. Both him and MODRI won their first set. And if NICOV wins this, he'll go through to the bracket stage. If he loses this, he will have to play another matchup against either Ganji or Margugu. Now, those are two strong players, so NICOV probably just wants to take this one. That's a tough group. Yeah, MODRI, NICOV, Ganji, Margugu. Like, that is arguably, like, the toughest group here, I think. I think it's probably the toughest. Yeah, I think it is. Not Viper. Vipers has Andy, Viper, Blackheart, and Slam. Vipers might be, yeah. I mean, Blackheart is just, he did really well against Viper. But, like, he's the worst player in that group, and I think he's worse than any of the ones in Group C. On paper, anyway. I mean, he could have an amazing performance in the next couple sets, but... I just saw an ad in Brazil for industry, just as a job. Just industry? What'd you major in? Industry. What do you do for a living? Industry. I'm extremely industrious. What car do you drive? I drive a Jeep Patriot, an old Jeep Patriot. I enjoy it. It is like the minivan of Jeeps, though.
I always love when the
It's a very. I just don't. Looked into getting new cars, and there's like a waiting list for all of the cars. I looked into it last year, and I'm just gonna drive my Jeep until it stops working. Ben Dangle, thank you for the 29 months. It doesn't really matter to me what type of car I have, as long as it has like the ability to get me from point A to point B. I'm not really a big car guy. New cars are so expensive. Even used cars, man. Ever since COVID, used cars have been crazy. I thought it died like 2 years ago. So did I, but it actually kept working. So AC is important too? No, I never use the AC. I think the AC broke on this one like 3 years ago. Heating is important. AC, not so much. I just keep the windows fully down. I love when I'm driving, even when it's really hot, having my hand out the window. I just straight out stick my hand straight out the window. Right hand on the wheel, left hand out the window. You guys need to remember that Dave is from Canada. I mean, it gets pretty hot here in the summer. Like mid-30s and humid. But yeah, it's definitely not, you know, like the southern states or South America or anything. Mid-30s hot, yeah. Yeah, well, dude, it's all relative, you know. If you tell me it's cold and it's only like -5 there, I'm gonna say, yeah, cold. Okay. Nice try, buddy. It's the humidity. Yeah, the humidity here is pretty brutal. It's the same temperature in the shade as it is in the sun, which is kind of gross. Which is very muggy. Like I said, it's all relative, right? I melt in the heat. I like the cold better than the heat. You can always get warm. You can't always get cold, is my theory. Unless you're already frozen and experiencing hypothermia. At that point, then, getting warm is quite difficult. 20 to 24 is prime temperature. I agree with that statement. That is amazing. If it could be like 22, 23 every single day, I'd be fine with that. Okay, game 4. NICOV playing as Franks. MODRI playing as the Magyars. Magyars have an incredibly strong late game composition. Probably one of the strongest in the game. But Franks, they do have economy bonuses, which Magyars don't have. And their composition, I think, a little bit easier to get into. Still, Magyar scouts are cheaper, right? And they get the attack upgrades for free. So it means that MODRI will be able to contest the relics if he wants to go for light cav. NICOV scouts will get extra HP, but once MODRI gets bloodlines, that's going to be negated. This map is Magnemite, kind of, maybe, not really. Frank's bomber cannon help? Maybe. Maybe. Once Magyars get fully upgraded CA, it absolutely slaughters that composition. Might be a situation where it's like Halb Onager for Franks. But Magyar CA is ridiculous if they get recurve bow. I think NICOV needs to get it to a point where MODRI can't get into CA with recurve bow, right? They need to add underground units to AoE so you can go under walls. Sappers. Hashbang. That's what Sappers is, you know? That's why it's got the little shovel. Has NICOV or MODRI been playing AoE 2 longer? Ooh, good question. I would assume that they both got into it mid 2000s. I don't know if they were zone players. Maybe they were. Yeah, I don't know. MODRI's tournament elo is number 38, and his ATP ranking is number 36. Thank you, Spec Dashboard. Arena only, number 4. Okay, so we think it's going to be stable opening for both, right? It should be. It should be. How is the Magyars tech tree? They don't get redemption. What else do they get for the monks? They don't get redemption. Do they get atonement? Do they get block printing? I would assume it's fairly bad. Who is the most zone player? Nilly. What does it mean to be a zone player? A player that played on MSN Gaming Zone. Magyar's monks are kind of lull. We need to know exactly what upgrades they get so we can accurately analyze what MODRI is going to go for here. Frank monks are Magyar plus faith. Okay. Have you seen Nilly's clip playing poker? Many times, yep. Wikipedia says 2001 for NICOV and 2013 for MODRI. Is that when they started, though, or is that when they started competing in events? I'm surprised NICOV is 2001 for starting to compete in events. NICOV they might have taken when he said he actually started playing the game, and they might just be referencing when MODRI started with events. Because they don't have that information for MODRI. MODRI 5 TC full boon? Okay, maybe. NICOV was 9 in 2001. Okay, so that's, he's not competing. But, like, I know plenty of people that probably started playing 9 or younger, Age of Empires. Especially back in the day. Especially when you could get the game in a cereal box, I started playing in 2001, so I was 11. So yeah, only 2 years older. I remember playing online back then was like really, parents weren't sure about it. So I had to hide the fact that I was playing online. So every time I was playing against someone, I would always just go into the tech tree if my parents came into the room and like examine my hotkeys or like the tech tree or whatever. And inevitably lose the game. But like I could have literally just kept playing the game and they would have never realized I was playing against someone else. Young me was so dumb. They didn't know what was going on in the screen. They wouldn't know if I was against someone else or against a computer. They have no idea. I could just be playing against a computer. I could have lied to them. Could have muted everyone. Could you not have said it was AI? Yeah, like I said, it was dumb. Did you panic as a kid, Never lie to your parents, Dave. They made you. Yeah, how did they make me, though? Actually, I don't want to think about that. Castle Age coming in from MODRI. Castle Age already in from NICOV. So it's a nice, nice little Castle Age timing here. I was going to make a joke about lying down, and then I realized I was talking about my parents. That's it. So 2 TCs and the stable here from NICOV. And that's the eco bonuses at work there for the Franks. Nice little berry bonus coming in. Clutch for NICOV. Also doesn't have to get the farming tech, right? You can go up a little bit faster. And the monastery now coming down from MODRI. 6 scouts about to be light cap for him. We only have 3 scouts from NICOV. Husbandry coming in though. And does NICOV just go for the scout-only approach? With husbandry? They will be faster than the light cav. You could maybe do that. Especially with relics close. You might be able to snag 1 or 2 relics. Just run around with the scouts and snipe the monks. I like how Dave is actively ignoring chat right now. Okay. Could I inactively ignore chat? Because I haven't even been looking. Hello, Simon Luco. You were my top chatter, by the way, in the last month, or so far in June. I saw it. I was like trying to fix Nightbot. I was on the Nightbot website, and I saw that he had already like 500 messages just in June. Here, I was like, really? That is degenerational. Absolutely degenerational, and I love it. The super chatter. Yeah, but it's only 40 if you don't count the ones I deleted. Ominous just isn't any fun anymore, is he? He's changed. He's just not the way. He's not the way he used to be. Being a mod has just changed him. All right, so second TC here for MODRI. He's getting husbandry now, but NICOV is just running around with scouts, and scouts are faster than light cav. You can see it right here, 1.71, 1.65. He's done the math. He's faster. He's going to look for these monks. And he finds a monk. That's a dead monk. That's a dead monk. Nikov's going to try and get away. He does not, but he killed a monk. He still has not gone for a monastery of his own, so he's just running around with the scouts, trying to delay MODRI, trying to get an eco advantage. 46 villagers against 37. He's got the eco advantage, and he has heavy plow. If it happened to me, it will happen to you. Damn, dude. Ominous is getting dark. Oh, you see this? Do you see how MODRI is deliberately hanging out near the bear? It's not going to help him, but I like the idea. He stopped right beside that bear, because if you stop here, the bear is going to block the scouts from looping around on the other side of the monk. That's at least what I think he was doing. Could also stop in this little nook here. And then you can block the scouts from the other side with the light cav. Didn't work out, though. Didn't work out. Ooh. Dead! The holy men getting holes poked in them. Stop sending monks out along. Yes, stop sending monks out along. Tired of casting arena yet? I like this set. This set has been fun so far. This has been a good set of arena. This is really the first game where we've just watched scouts and light cav running around, but I like the fact that NICOV hasn't gotten the light cav upgraded. I love this. MODRI's just running after him, and NICOV's like, haha, you can't catch me. Like, there's so much activity here. And really, there's nothing happening. NICOV has added a second stable, bro, and he's just he keeps adding scouts, and it is going to be an overwhelming force shortly. And NICOV will wait until he has the gold to get light cav, and then he's going to seriously outpop MODRI's light cav numbers. There he is with light cav, and he's going to take a fight soon, and MODRI has been so accustomed to chasing that suddenly the chaser will become the chasee as NICOV fights before light cav comes in. And he won't know what to do. And now NICOV can add in a monastery. At some point, potentially, maybe. We'll see. Wheelbarrow coming in from MODRI. Wheelbarrow is not yet in from NICOV, but he has 73 villagers against 61. Why fight already? I think he wanted to fight there because the scouts are still faster, and he was going to win that fight anyway. Or light cav being added in from NICOV. Not a single relic has been taken yet this game. We don't even have a monk produced yet from NICOV, so this is really good from him. He got the eco up first, and then he started on the light cav production. Look at that, 46th place farm. Look at these farms. Beautiful. Wonderful. Amazing. Read Janosh's poem/comment. Looking for relics, collecting my share, protecting old men from the back of my mare, cries in the distance a big massive hare, enemy spear getting mauled by a bear. I try to high five, but the bear don't care, but the bear don't care. Wonderful. Just amazing poetry, wordplay, classic chat GPT, yep. Truly dumb. Yep. NICOV, you need to run away from this. We have a bunch of weak light cav there, and MODRI is still adding more light cav, and we are going to have heavy light cav production. I'm crying. Okay. Who's cutting onions? Is it Janosh? Bloodline's on the way. His Magyar light cav will be better shortly. NICOV is imp, though. Don't try and ruin a good thing. He is imp. With 45 on food. NICOV's eco is looking insane. And all of the monks are now picking up the relics. NICOV sees these relics disappear. MODRI knows that NICOV knows the relics are there. MODRI knows that NICOV knows that he's got army here. NICOV knows that MODRI knows that his army is here, that he knows that his army is here, and they're both trying to avoid each other as NICOV is going to come in here and snipe these, and he split his army into 2 different groups. These 2 monks are dead. Will he even get 1 conversion? That's the question. He hasn't gotten 1 yet. And all of the monks go tumbling down. But the light cav are here from MODRI, and he's got 17 with 7 in the queue. Knights are on the way from NICOV, and the monks have been cleared up. 5 monks in the queue from 1 monastery from MODRI. He has no chill. He actually has no chill. What is your favorite type of yogurt? Standard vanilla yogurt. I'm not a big fan of Greek yogurt. Flavored yogurt with the fruit chunks, not really my thing. I just like nice vanilla yogurt. I just like it. I just like it. It is one of my favorite memes of all time, though. It is the dumbest meme on the planet. And it's just, the meme just says, when you see your friend Gert, and then it has a wide image of a jar of yogurt. So stupid. Get it? Like yogurt? It's so dumb. Dude, certified hood classic. That's right. Cavalier on the way. The villagers are coming forward. And he... Oh my god. Now NICOV has no chill. 16 vills to build this. He's got knights here. The light cav are coming in to try and snipe the monks. The light cav are being blocked. And it's amazing blocks here from MODRI. As MODRI gets 1 knight converted. 2 knights converted. Cavalier is still 50 seconds away. Bear don't care. Beware of bear. And the castle will go up here from NICOV, and he will have another castle shortly. We'll have the stone for it very, very soon, and then he can have double castle, trebbing this down. Imperial Age is on the way for MODRI, though, and maybe he can snipe some trebs with the light cav. Light cav are being chased currently. Still not a single relic gathered, guys. Not a single relic gathered. I think we've had like 20 light cav produce, more than that from MODRI. Probably like 25, 30 light cav for MODRI. And he hasn't gathered a single relic. And NICOV has map control now. 100 light cav, 0 relics. Yep. NICOV has played this amazing. I wouldn't mind if NICOV would send a villager here and just gate on either side of this treb. I think that would be very useful. In case the light cav decided to come in. But maybe he wants the light cav to come in and just kill this annoying army behind. If the light cav loop in here, he can always garrison the cavalier and garrison on the other side. Or he can just run like a normal person. And MODRI's running too. Trebs are coming out from MODRI, but that castle is not long for this world. He does have Halb already. It's what he's chosen to open with, and he's got a lot of resources in the back. But his secondary gold is here, and he only has his main gold pile at the back of his base. NICOV is adding in throwing axemen. He's adding in the axemen to deal with the Halbs. Now, MODRI does not have the resources to make a tech switch into Cav Archer. He doesn't have any relics. He only has this gold. So, how is he going to deal with this? It's going to be Cavalier. That Cavalier upgrade is not coming in. That Sable is going to die 100%. Right, NICOV? Right? It's going to die, right, NICOV? Right. No tech switch for you. And more trebs behind. And NICOV can go for castles, maybe on this side. He can grab the relics as well. How on earth has he... Okay, he's grabbed one. He's adding more farms. Gonna have a ridiculous eco behind this. Like, Blast Furnace coming in. So these are gonna be 7+4 Axemen against Halbs and Lycav. The Axemen alone can probably win these fights. The Axemen are gonna shred, dude. Even without the infantry armor. They don't even need the Cavalier. Oh, it's such a beautiful thing. I love this unit so much. Okay, maybe you do need the infantry armor now. He's getting elite throwing axemen. Does he have bearded axe? He does not. His axes are completely clean shaven. Doesn't have the extra range, but elite throwing axeman is going to be okay. Infantry armor probably needed, and now the Cavalier loop in as the Axemen were distracting the Halberdiers on this side, and the Axemen are just going to eat these Trebs for free, and MODRI calls the GG. That was fantastic play from NICOV, really. He went for a faster Castle Age by probably 2 villagers. He went for 2 extra scouts with the stable. And then he just kept sniping the monks. Yeah,
great set.
Really good. Thank you, Agnostic. Thank you, Ben Dangle, as well. He knew the scouts were faster, prioritized husbandry, and added 2 TCs behind this. So MODRI is going full light cav right away. Can't catch up with the scouts. His monks are all getting sniped down. There's nothing he can do about it because he's just slower, right? Can't save the monks. And NICOV has a much better eco. By the time MODRI adds in those 2 extra town centers, NICOV has like 15 villager lead, 12, 15 vills. And he's starting to add more scouts of his own with a second stable. That's crazy. The fact that only 2 relics were collected this game and they were by NICOV at the very end is insane. Max pop is 200 for every different type of map. Agranovich. I don't know how to say it. 200 for every map. Unless you're Goths, and then you can go up to 210. MODRI had slightly better eco there. But NICOV, damn, dude, that was sick. I like the fact that he stayed on scouts for so long. Like, he knew his purpose was to just delay MODRI and force him to keep investing into more and more and more light cav, and he can just outrun them with the scouts. You can go to 225 with Sicilians. No, you can go to 225 population, not pop limit. Just like you can have more population with Malay or with Bengalis, but not the pop limit. The pop limit stays the same. I mean, more like what the settings are set on, right? Yep. That's what we're talking about. They're just, don't pay attention to them. They're just, you know, they're just chatting. There's always someone who knows more. Look at this, guys. They've saved their best civs for last. Britons and Lithuanians. Interesting. I don't think they're going to play Tatars or Bulgarians here. Unless NICOV thinks that Britons are a bad matchup for Lithuanians. I don't think Tatars are favored over Lithuanians against either one of these civs. MODRI is toast, right? Lithuanians should be able to beat Britons. Britons are pretty strong. If you can get the timing with them. Because you can go into light cav and boom at the same time. They're cheap TCs. And then if you get map control and get a forward position, the Briton archers then start to shred. They get access to Hal, which is really good. They get Werewolf Trebs if you want to go late game. How did the Goths beat the Vikings? They took an expedition to China. They discovered gunpowder, and then they incorporated it into their weaponry. Or they hopped in a time machine. Yeah. Yep. Write that down. Game speed setting on fast? No, game speed setting is default on normal unless you're playing deathmatch or some custom scenarios. They'll do it on fast. But for random map, which is what you're going to get on the rank ladder, it's going to be game speed game speed normal, population limit 200. Reveal map will usually be on normal as well. The only time you're going to get explored is if it's Black Forest. And the map size will be set to however many players are playing. Wasn't game speed default lower in AOC and AOK? No, game speed default was lower in HD. So it was 1.7 for AOC and AOK, and for this game it's 1.7, but in HD they put it at 1.5, which is weird that they would change it anyway, but it was weird that it was at 1.7 to begin with. Why though? I don't know. I don't know. 1.5 was too slow though. Like once you're used to something, you might as well just keep it that way, even if it's not a nice looking number. 1.7 is kind of random, but it's better to just keep it that way. .7 was a bug, but kept in DE. Yep. But just because something's a bug, just because it's not intentional, doesn't mean it shouldn't be kept, right? Sometimes it improves the gameplay, and I like the game much better. I played on 1.5. I like the game much better on 1.7. I think it's just a better speed to play at. And that's the thing about AoE too. Like when people want to fix all these little things that, you know, weren't intended from the start, I get really nervous because even the developers, when they talk about, like the original developers, when they talk about this game, they say it was like lightning in a bottle, right? It's just like something that happens. And some of those bugs contribute, some of the things that weren't intended contribute towards the game being good. So I get nervous when people just want to change things for the sake of change or because it wasn't intended to begin with. I get nervous about that. Is HT 1.7, right? No, HT was 1.5. They might have changed it to 1.7 at some point, but it started out at 1.5. HT is still 1.5, okay. Okay, so MODRI playing as the Britons, NICOV playing as the Lithuanians. Lithuanians and Britons, two really good civs for Arena. I don't know which one's favored. Obviously, Lithuanians have a better monk tech tree, right? If they grab the relics, could be really bad for the Britons. Lithuanians have Tower Shield Skirms, which theoretically could be bad for the Britons. But Britons have a good boom. So do Lithuanians, actually. Britons have a good boom with cheaper TCs. Britons have the Herdables Gathering bonus, which should help them get up faster. Britons have a really good Death Ball with Werewolf Trebs and long-range archers or longbows or whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one's better. Well, we'd have to ask an intellectual, as John Slow calls them, arena player. They think of themselves as intellectuals. I thought the game was lagging when I was switching from Vubley to HD, but it was, Sato. It was the speed and it was the game. That game lagged so hard, man. It was just always lag. It didn't matter how good your computer was. HD would just always lag. Dude, Lithuanians get bomber cannons? Yep. That's the thing. Like, on paper, Lithuanians should be better than Britons, but I don't know if they are. Britons are so smooth. The timings you can hit with them. Really, really nice. What you had for lunch? I didn't have anything. I usually eat one meal a day, so I'll eat after the stream is done. I'll probably have some Thai food or something. Britons require a lot of text, but if they get to their full late game comp, they win. Maybe. Maybe. I guess it depends how many relics you have. One meal a day? Yeah. That's what I've been doing for a long time. Works for me. Eat one big meal a day. I don't even know what that mechanic is. You know, I don't know what the AoE 3 Bombard Cannon mechanic is. I have no idea. What about breakfast? I don't usually need it. If I eat breakfast, then I'm going to be hungry for lunch. If I don't eat breakfast, I'm not going to be hungry till dinner time. What about second breakfast? I don't think I know about second breakfast. That's called fasting or something like that. I mean, it's just something that works for me, right? I feel better when I'm doing it rather than eating 3 full meals a day or even like snacks along the way. I just feel better. So it works for me. It might not work for you. I'm not advocating it in any sense. I'm just telling you what I do. Okay, so feudal age is on the way. 24 villagers here for NICOV. 24 villagers here for MODRI. You order food every day? No, I try not to. Sometimes I'm worse. Sometimes I'm better with it. Look at this. Look at them. Butt to butt. Pick to pick. Axe to axe. Back to back. Boot to boot. Dave, if you ever want a home cooked meal, hit me up. I did. I cook for myself probably like, let's see, 4 nights a week, I would say on average. And then I usually go visit my parents on Sunday, and my mom will cook me something. And then the other couple days I'm like ordering or, you know, going out somewhere. You have an air fryer? No, I do not. Throwing a pizza in the oven isn't cooking, you know. I'm not talking about throwing a pizza in the oven. You're assuming a lot, Ark. You are assuming a lot, my friend. Usually making some sort of rice dish or stir fry or something like that. Dishes that, like, don't require multiple courses to prepare, you know, because I'm only cooking for one. Why didn't you cook at NAC 4? Because there was a cook, or they brought in food for us. Making craft dinner isn't cooking, Dave. Okay, cool. Anyway, we're getting to the castle age, so we can stop talking about random stuff now. As NICOV has added in scouts. What do people do that don't talk to their chat on Arena? What do they do? What do other casters do? Do they actually talk about this part of the game? Over describe the game? Isn't that's more boring though? Don't you want to hear my terrible takes on, don't you want to hear about my terrible diet and cooking and food ordering stuff? Cocaine? Question mark. Okay, So NICOV is controlling everything here with the scouts. MODRI goes for double TC. NICOV goes for 2 himself, and he will get 100 food when each of these completes. So the Lithuanian boom, while the start has gotten slightly worse, the boom for the Lithuanians is now better. Bop, see, 100, and he can keep the vills coming out here for days. And we're looking at the food eco here from MODRI, and he's only got 6 on food. He's going to struggle. He's going to need to maybe drop some more farms right away. What is that? Or buy some food, and he's bought food just to keep his TCs running. And he doesn't even have a stable. He does not even have a stable. He's just going to give up relics completely to Lithuanians. Oh, this is perfect. Look at this. Look at the way where we won't look at this farm, but we're going to look at this TC. This is a cozy TC. Does this tickle anyone else's fancy? He also has heavy plow already. Snug as a gun. That's right. This is a Bedge TC. Could be better. Ivik, you could be better. I'm saving this for later. Oh, I lost. Look at these outposts, dude. He's just going to give up all 5 relics to Lithuanians with Britons. Let them cook, guys. We just got to let them cook. So like Sato said earlier, if the Britons get into their full comp, they're better. And maybe that's MODRI's plan. He's cooking. Hot take, villagers should be able to hide in the little ladder and hide in the outposts. Climb the little ladder and hide in the outposts. Okay. 4 relics, latest shred halbs though. Yep. But I don't know if NICOV's going to open latest. What if NICOV... Okay. Hear me out. Alright. I'm taking you on a journey with me, okay? I don't want to see any counter arguments. I just want to see you going on the journey. Okay? You're getting in the car, putting the seatbelt on. What if NICOV knows what MODRI is doing? He knows that MODRI is going to go into range units, right? And help. What if NICOV instead opens tower shield skirmishers, but knowing that NICOV assumes he's going to go into range units and halbs, right? MODRI knows that NICOV will go for the rare choice of opening with tower shield skirms. And he goes into Briton Cavalier. Are we cooking or are we cooking right now? Dude, we are on the highway doing a $190. That's what Sato said. Did he actually, though? Oh. Did Sato get there first? Fuck. No, he said it's a force nothing TC. We cooking, but you are cooked. You're cooked, dude. Kilometers or miles per hour? Take your pick. If it's miles per hour, we're going pretty fast. We're in F1. Okay, he's made the Siege Workshop. He's not making anything out of the Siege Workshop, though. And the stupid thing about this is NICOV is actually, like, ahead in villager count. It's even. We have handcart here for MODRI, which is great, I guess. But NICOV is already on stone. He's grabbed 2 of the relics already, and he's grabbing a 3rd one here. He is going for outposts to match the outposts from MODRI. And he's got a fantastic economy behind. MODRI did instantly tech heavy plow. That's right. That's right. So there will be a minute where NICOV has to refresh a number of farms. Why MODRI don't play relics against Lithuanians? Maybe he feels like it's not worth his time. Maybe he feels like his composition is going to win if he can get into it. MODRI is an arena master, my friend. We'd be doing him a disservice to think that we know any better than the man that has made Arena his life. Is he doing it? Is he opening a skirm? Do it, MODRI. Do it. Open cav. Do it. Do it. We're cooking, MODRI. Do it. We can't make anything until this barracks is done. He's killed the outpost now. There's a castle. He builds that within view of the outpost. No! Dude, no! Oh, it would have been so good. He isn't... Listen. He's not on the plane of existence that we are existing on currently, okay? He's existing in another realm, all right? We've got Skirmisher here from NICOV. We're going to have Archer Ranges here from MODRI. How sick would that have been, though, if MODRI just hides the stables and comes out with, like, 25 cav and wipes this up? I mean, it's an easy tech switch for NICOV, but I mean, like, if MODRI had Trebs with it, too, he could clear up the castle, take map control, maybe. He still gave 5 fucking relics to the Lithuanians, so it's extremely suspect play. This is great. I love this town patrol. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. He's got outposts all over the place. Can already see quite a bit. And he's going to be able to see all these ranges here, so it's not going to be a question mark once town patrol comes in. That's going to be Pog. Town patrol, NICOV, Bop. See, well, he's going to be seeing one range. And he can confirm. It's not going to be some sort of stable mega mind play. How fast does tower shields come out? That's my question. How quickly? Does she survive? Does she even take a hit? No. NICOV will be buying stone for another castle. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, oh, he spent so much res to buy that. Is that worth? I mean, if he can protect this Treb and take down that castle, maybe it is. Think NICOV knows about tower shields? Yes, NICOV knows about tower shields. Is this worth? Is this worth, guys? There's mangonels coming out here from MODRI. He's getting Bracer. Did you need to buy 400 stone? Run, little Treb. Run, little Treb. No, don't go back that way. Oh, oh, 4 HP, 3 HP. He saves it. He saves it. I mean, there's gold and stone there. Yeah, but like that, MODRI's in Imp with the castle here. The ability to make Trebs. And your castle will just die. I don't know if it was worth to buy stone. I think you could have just waited for another one. Dave just turned into Jerry Seinfeld for a second here. What's the deal with forward castles? They're not doing any good for anybody. Warwolf, Onager, Chemistry. MODRI's cooking. He really is. Higher pitch and whinier, please. Siege Engineers. He's gonna have Werewolf. He's gonna have Onager. He's gonna have Arbalest. The thing about this is, like, if you get tower shields, it feels like you can just run in and snipe these crossbows, and if you're holding this position, sure, you're going to get hit with Onager shots. But if you take out the crossbows, there's not really that much to follow this up with. We'll see. He doesn't have the res for tower shields yet. Oh, God! Oh, this is terrifying. Let's look at this from NICOV's point of view. There's just more and more siege, more and more army, more and more everything popping out here as the Briton range is really taking a toll on these bombard cannons. But now the arbalists are all dying! Oh my God! Bye-bye, arbalist army. MODRI looks away for 1 second and gets absolutely nuked. Trebs are going to go down, but werewolf trebs are in, which means they will be hitting their shots. They will be doing splash damage. And they will be taking out the castle. And the onagers are just waiting for the skirms to get close. And this treb goes down. Oh my God, the tide is turning. The tide is turning and Tower Shields is on the way. Tower Shields is on the way. It is important to remember, guys, that NICOV still has 5 relics. I don't know why on earth he's still just taking this gold and he hasn't started, thank you, taking these golds. He needs to take them while they're still available before MODRI pushes this back. Good snipes there from NICOV. Takes out 2 trebs. Tower Shields is in. If you're wondering what Tower Shields does, 10 armor on these skirms. And he's sniping down the onagers. And MODRI is on a time limit for gold. Doesn't have any relics. It's on a definite time limit. Might need to think about selling food, actually. You know, it's like I watch this game on a regular pace. Selling food for gold? As the castle gets trebbed down here. This is somehow very intense. Of course it's intense, dude. You see these army comps? 27 skirmishers in the queue for NICOV. He's adding more archer ranges. I think Winged Hussar could probably be really nice to complement these skirms. Just to come in and try and snipe the siege. Because right now the skirms are dealing with all the units. You just got to snipe the siege. He's going for block printing. Ooh, redemption monks could also be good. Oh God, werewolf. Werewolf trebs are insane. Werewolf trebs are insane. And the arbalists are insane, sniping down the bomber cannons. The castles are down from NICOV. He has enough for another castle. He's got one up here. He's housed because the castles went down in the onagers. It's fine. A little bit of friendly fire never hurt anyone, except maybe a couple halves. Cavalier coming in. Cavalier was coming in. Cavalier is now denied. No, it ain't. This is a big army of skirms. That's a lot of onagers. And we basically have onager trebs as well with werewolf. Why no cav with 5 relics as Lithuanians? Because you probably don't open cavalry here because the Britons player opens help, right? And he lost his castles. He opened skirms with tower shields because he had these castles forward here. Now he's trying to make a tech switch and he's going into Winged Hussar. Skirms and Winged Hussar could probably do the job. Remember, he has 5 relics. He's going to have more gold. Oh, no, dude. You gotta stop. Scattered formation is your friend. I know it's harder to control, but you gotta stop. You're eventually going to make mistakes with this. More archer ranges, more stables being added in. He does need more farms, though. You're not wrong. Oh my God, NICOV. every single time he doesn't look at his units, he gets absolutely nuked. It's just so hard to fight up against this. Castle's going down. NICOV has 5 relics here. He's gone for a few latest. He's got some winged hussars, so maybe he can run in here and snipe the siege. Maybe he can run in here and snipe the siege. If he snipes the siege, he can easily deal with the army from the Britons. But MODRI is taking the gold on the outside here. There's some gold over here he might be able to take as well. And he's taking gold over here too. So it's going to be a while before the relics are a massive advantage. We need more on food for NICOV. Need more on food. He's going for more archer ranges. He's adding more farms. Need more eco from him. 142 villagers. Villager count looks good, but the food count not looking so hot. He is sniping down more trebs, though. Good job from NICOV. And the Halbs are dying to the castle. If he keeps his castle alive, if he snipes these trebs down, could be good. He takes one. Doesn't get another shot off. No. MODRI is now selling more wood for more gold. Still killing Halbs this castle. 21 kills already, and this is a relatively recent castle. MODRI has to be very careful because he's running low on Halb numbers now. And he needs Halbs in front to protect the siege. Villagers being sniped over here, but look at this. MODRI is sending more villagers forward. He's thinking about a castle of his own. He's got the Werewolf Trebs. He's got the Onagers. It's a crazy push for him. It's a wild push for MODRI with no relics whatsoever against a Lithuanian opponent with 5 relics. This is the Britons' death ball we were talking about. And there goes the castle. Still have gold for NICOV. We got 42 on food now. Tower shield skirmishers. The Arbalest will die. The villagers are repairing the bombard cannons, but this one gets taken out by a Treb. Can NICOV get the job done here with the cavalry? He's coming in for the Onagers, but the Halbs are here, but the Halbs are stuck behind the Onagers, and he's clearing up a number of them. He's clearing up all the Onagers here, folks. He killed all of the Onagers except one. He can snipe that with skirms. Population for NICOV. 22 military right now. He's trying to get Halb. He's trying to come out here. He takes out the final onager. We still have the Trebs, though, and NICOV calls the GG, and that's just an insane push from MODRI. This castle, dude. This castle. Why did we buy this castle? I think that's where it went wrong. I think we needed another defensive one here, maybe. Get into tower shield skirms a little bit earlier. Get the tech switch into maybe latest a little bit earlier. Have safe castles with 5 relics. I feel like he had a good position, and then it just kind of over-aggressive. If he had latest with skirms, oh, baby. Oh, baby. Still, I mean, MODRI. Winning this set without going for any relics against Lithuanians. NICOV's eco was not that far behind MODRI's. MODRI's eco was not that better. He just used his army better. It seems like overkill, right? Halb, Arbalest, Werewolf Trebs, Onagers. It seems like overkill with Lycav even in front, but he's a slow cooker. Just slowly rolls out. NICOV can't stop him. The monks don't work, Biscuit, because of the Arbalest having the range, right? 5+5 range. They snipe the monks. The Onagers don't work because of the Onagers from the Britons and the range on the Arbalest and the Trebuchets with Werewolf. The skirms do work, but you need something to complement the skirms, and bombard cannon wasn't it. Even the bombard cannons were struggling. And they have more range than the Onagers. The cav switch felt like it was a bit late. Yeah, and I think that was a casualty of him losing the castles here. And losing this position. And trying to fight for those for too long. If he had made the castles a little bit further back and just played kind of defensive and got into cavalry with the skirms, I think he could have starved Modri out a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, on paper, Lithuanians should win that, especially with 5 relics. But that's just the thing about Britons, right? They're just so hard to kill when you get that full mass.